Rahu Sun conjunction forming the Surya Grahan Yoga. So, see, whenever Rahu is conjunct a planet, I have talked about this in all of the other videos that I have done with Rahu conjunctions, and I have talked about this in the Rahu through the houses series that I'm doing. Whenever Rahu, the north node of the moon, Rahu is conjunct a planet, it shows that your soul does not have sufficient experience with the significations of that planet in this lifetime. It is here to learn. It doesn't have a lot of knowledge or experience regarding the significations of that planet or that area represented by the chart. In this lifetime, you're here to learn. So, what the natural tendency for the individual to do is, the natural tendency is to try to cut corners, take shortcuts. Sometimes they will do too much, sometimes they will do too little. It's that balance that they're trying to learn with respect to that energy that they're only able to achieve towards the age of 40, 42 when Rahu matures. Before that, they have a tendency to overdo that energy. So, you've often heard about Rahu blowing up a planet, it blows up that energy. In reality, this is what is happening. You know that this is something that you have to do. For example, let's say you have Rahu conjunct Mercury, okay? And you're given a sales job. Whatever your life situations are like or your karma is like, somehow the first job that you get is as a salesperson selling, let's say, printers, okay? Now, because Rahu is conjunct Mercury, you do not really know a lot about communication. You're not that good with proper communication, knowing exactly what to say and when. You have a tendency to speak too much. You have a tendency to share too much. And on other occasions, you have tendency to just hold it all in. So if that is what you do, but you have this job to be done, right? You have to sell because that's how you'll make money. What do? You will try to do whatever you can do besides the main duty that has been given to you in order to clock as great numbers as you can. You'll probably try innovative techniques in reaching out to your prospects, maybe when they're having coffee or maybe when they're having lunch. Maybe you think that, okay, this is probably the best time to walk up to them directly and try to sell, because other times they will probably not pick up my calls or they'll be busy or other people will be reaching out to them. This may be a good strategy, but you'll end up pissing a lot of people off in the process. Okay, that is what happens with Rahu. So when Rahu is conjunct the Sun, your sense of self, your purpose, your confidence, and in general, your idea, your self-concept is to a huge extent pretty unclear to you. You don't really know. I mean, you do know that I want to be somebody important. You do know that I want to be powerful. You do know that I want to be respected. I want to have authority. And the sattvic significations are also present here, in the sense that you do want to do the right thing. You do want to do good things. There is a tendency also for you to sacrifice and share. But it's just that you don't really know how to do it because your soul doesn't have a lot of experience with it through previous lifetimes, that you will end up doing it in a very different way. So quite often, Rahu and Sun people, they can come off as overconfident. They can come off as arrogant. They can come off as people who just, have a tendency to talk themselves up. For example, let's say you have a business person who has Rahu Sun conjunction. Okay, let's say they have Rahu Sun conjunction in the 11th house. Okay. Now they're sitting along with their colleagues, they're talking about, stuff. One of their friends, runs, let's say, a paper business. The other friend, let's say, he runs an electronics business, and someone else, they run, let's say, they're into tourism or something of that sort. And this guy, let's say, he is into stocks, and he has built some kind of an application of some sort. Okay, main thing is he's into stocks and stuff. So they're talking, everybody's talking about their projections for the next 3 months, 6 months. Everybody's talking about the market. Everybody's talking about, what they're looking, how they're looking to make money, how things are going. And then this guy suddenly is going to come up and say, okay, yeah, I'm thinking I want 250 crores within the next couple of weeks or so. That's what I want to do. Because Rahu Sun in the 11th house, and they ask him, how are you going to do it? Okay. So understand, Rahu Sun is not stupid. So let's say the other friends, they're shocked. How the hell do you plan to get 250 crores in the next 2 weeks? What's your idea? He says, well, so my plan is I'm going to get Raghuram Rajan on my podcast. He said, how the hell are you going to manage that? And they have an entire strategy, how to do it, how to get it, how to make it happen. I'm going to get Raghuram Rajan on the podcast, and I'm going to interview him about these particular stocks, and these particular stocks are, what our company has the most investments in, and that's how I'm going to, launch our application, to those amazing heights. Okay, so Rahu and Sun people, they can sometimes pull off amazing feats of creative or authoritative wonder. You'll be left thinking, how the hell did they manage that? How the hell did this person, who we used to think was doing everything too much, how the hell did this person become so powerful? How the hell are they posting photographs with the finance minister on their Facebook page or on their Facebook profile? How the hell is this guy doing it? What the hell is he doing? So this is where these people, they have a natural tendency to be hungry for authority. They have a natural tendency to be hungry for power. They want to be powerful. They want to be authoritative. They also want to do good things with that. Like, they want to become famous for doing good things. They want to do good things, but they want to become famous for that. That I want the world to know that I did this. I want everybody to know. Okay, that's kind of the tendency that these people might have. And so it is not easy to have this conjunction. It is not easy to be friends with or be connected to people who have this particular conjunction. Because half of the time, if you're a friend and if you don't know them well enough, you'll be thinking that, this person, he just talks big. I don't really think he has all that substance. I don't think he'll be able to do this, but he has a tendency of talking big. But if you know this person from, let's say, childhood, you will never really be sure of what they can or cannot do. Because quite often you would have seen them pull things off that you would have had no clue that they were capable of doing. For example, somebody with Rahu Sun in, let's say, the 9th house, okay, maybe they went to a government school, okay, humble background, maybe they did not have a lot of knowledge early on in life, did not have a lot of resources or finances, and you talk to them in 12th grade and you say, what are you planning to do after your board examinations, after you graduate from school, what are you going to do? And they say, I am going to go to NASA. You're like, how? How the hell are you going to go to NASA? Like, what's your plan? And then they're going to say, well, I'm going to do my graduation, then I'm going to top the GRE, and I'm going to get selected in MIT, and I'm going to go to NASA. And you'll be like, sure, definitely. Wow. I mean, you are graduating from a government school, and let's say they're not even scoring that high. They're scoring something in the vicinity of 70-75%, right? And you are so confident that you're going to crack the GRE, not crack it, you top it, and then go to MIT, and from there go to NASA. Sure, definitely. But you meet them 7 or 8 years later, and maybe they're not in NASA, but they're in ISRO. Okay? So this is the positive influence of this conjunction. There is also negative influence here. I mean, I don't really think that it's easy to differentiate the positives and negatives here, because it just is what it is. It's just the personality that this conjunction creates, that this conjunction generates, which a lot of people can be envious of. A lot of people can be jealous of these people, and they can also piss a lot of people off. They can step on a lot of toes. Okay, this is the kind of boss who will tell you point blank, no matter how important you are to the company, no matter how gifted you are, they will tell you point blank, I need this done, and if you're not able to do this within this timeline, I'm going to fire you. Okay, and then for a minute you're like, how dare he talk to me like that? How the hell? But it's just that the way that they communicated it, you're not really thinking about how they were able to say that to you. Your first priority is, let me do this. I don't want to get fired right now. Okay? So Rahu Sun conjunction shows that a person in this lifetime is here to be powerful, is here to be respected, is here to be authoritative, is here to be famous. It's just that they're going to go about achieving all those things in a fashion that is not really going to be nice. They will tend to be egotistical, arrogant, overconfident at times, but this is a person that you should never take lightly. This is a person that you should never take lightly, because they can, with the obsession that they have for authority, the obsession that they have for power, fame, recognition, they can go to any lengths. Obviously, before people with this conjunction start blasting me in the comments, obviously the nakshatras make a huge difference here. The planetary aspects make a huge difference here. The placement in the Navamsha makes a huge difference here. The placement in, I would say for the sun, I don't know if a lot of people do it, but I also like to look at the Panchamsha. I feel that the D5 chart is also good. Okay, but the Navamsha, the Shamsha, I look at these placements on the basis of the placement of where this conjunction is placed in the chart, because then that will give you a lot of great ideas. Okay, so once you've taken a look at all of those things, then you can really comment how this person is going to be, how they're going to behave. Okay, because I'll tell you what, the reason is that no conjunction is doing what it is doing on its own. The planetary time periods are also important. If this conjunction is in the chart, but the person is undergoing Sun Mahadasha later on in life, this conjunction may just make this person a great politician, a famous politician, or a famous leader. Because by 42, Rahu matures. By 50, pretty much Sun placed in any sign begins to give you good results. So if let's say you have this conjunction and Sun Mahadasha is coming later on in life, you can have stellar results with it. Okay? And let's say you are born in Sun Mahadasha, you will not really be able to take advantage of this conjunction, because this conjunction can then give you negative effects as well. A lot of people, when they have Surya Grahan Yoga, it is not considered auspicious because it is considered heavy, on the father. It is said that if you are born with the Surya Grahan, then it's not good for the father, it's not lucky for the father. Yes, it might happen with some people that they grow up in a lack of an authority figure in their life. It might be possible. Okay, but don't read too much into that. We'll try to understand and learn about the nature and the energy of the conjunction first. Then we will probably get into the predictive things that come with that conjunction. Okay, so that is all that I have to share about this conjunction here. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a video that I post. Push the bell icon so that you will be notified every single time I post. And if you want a personal reading with me, a personal session with me, check out the booking link in the description box. Also check out all the wonderful videos that I post here, the life coaching videos that I post, the motivational videos that I post. There's a bunch of content on this channel. Do check it out. Thank you. Hari Om.